as Jamie said, my name is Lloyd Hawthorn. I'm a Lululemon ambassador and experiential instructor. And tonight I'm representing a wonderful, wonderful woman-owned Boston-based business called Yoga Hub, who partner with Jamie and the team at Emerald Necklace. So I'm excited to be able to share my practice with you tonight. Tonight's little practice is going to be fun. I'm going to make sure that it's approachable for all levels. So for those of you who might be experiencing yoga as something new in your practice, firstly, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Those of you who are more experienced in your practice, again, welcome. Please express yourself as you need to as we work through this time together. I'll give plenty of options, plenty of modifications, so you can listen to your body, experience and take out of the practice what you need to as we work through this time together. The way the practice will work out is we will ground in. We'll settle into a nice space. I've got a lovely little breathing exercise to allow ourselves just to settle here into our pose. And as we settle here into our poses, we'll then work into a nice little movement focus practice. So we'll break down some asana, we'll build some strength into the poses that we're in. And we'll work through some of those poses in a little vinyasa style. So we'll bring some breath to movement. And the way I like to bring that in is just to find some freedom here into the body. For a lot of us at the moment, we spend so much of our day hunched over devices, not getting the normal movement and mobility into our body. So as we work into our practice tonight, I want you to work without expectation, meaning that there's no end goal for a physical practice. Just it's your journey. Allow yourself to move into a shape that feels good in your body. And the wonderful thing about yoga is there's no right, no wrong, no perfect aesthetic. What we're looking for is a sensation in the body. So as we work into these sensations, allow yourself to find yourself in a comfortable seat here. I am simply sitting in Sukhasana, which is a nice gentle crisscross of the legs. If you prefer to come down onto your knees into a Virasana variation and allow that to happen, maybe you like to slide something in underneath your seat to give your hips a little elevation there. That could be a pillow, a cushion, a block, or a bolster. Maybe you're a little tighter in the hips and prefer to extend the legs long out in front of you. Just find a comfortable shape. If you have a furry friend who likes to practice with you, allow them to do that. They'll feel very included. Maybe you have a member of your household that would also like to join you. The more the merrier. Whatever shape you've chosen, find a long spine. Allow the arms and the hands to fall into a comfortable space. Extend it out through the crown of your head. Find a slight tuck of your chin towards your chest. If it feels safe in the body, gently blink the eyes closed or find a soft gaze down towards out in front of you. And just settle here into your pose. And all I want you to do is breathe. Like I said, let go of physical expectations for your practice. Just enjoy the shape. And if it's a shape that you would like to stay in for the rest of the practice, then that's beautiful. As you settle here into your shape, do a little scan of your physical body, all the way from the tips of your toes through the crown of your head and extend out through your fingers. And without judgment, recognize parts of the body that you might be holding tension or tightness or soreness. Maybe injuries or conditions in the body. Again, don't judge them. Just recognize that they're part of you. And they won't make you perfect and beautiful exactly the way that you are. Now bring your awareness to your mind. And again, without judgment, recognize the thoughts that are going on in your mind. For some of us, those thoughts might be perfectly clear. And for others, it just might be random thoughts and noises just coming in and out of the mind. The thoughts might be happy. They might not be. That's okay. Again, don't judge them. The mind is designed to think, so allow it to think. Allow it to be present. Let the thoughts come, thank them for coming, and just let them go. And with this awareness, this consciousness of the mind, I invite you to set your intention for your practice. And as you set your intention, come from a place of love and a place of giving. a place of kindness, a place of joy. Whether that's toward yourself or to somebody else who could do with your love or your energy right now, bring that thought or that person right into the window of your mind, our third eye center, a place of enlightenment and seed of intuition. Exhale any air that you have in your lungs. And from your belly, as slowly as you can, inhale. Up into the chest, keep inhaling, right up into the collarbones, keep inhaling, up into the back of your throat, right up through the crown of your head. As slowly as you inhale, back out through the nose, exhale. As you exhale, find peace and relaxation in the body. Also a state of presence. We're going to do that 2 more times, just like that, from the belly. Inhale. Nice and slow and long, and deep and controlled. Just experimenting where you can push a little deeper through the midline of the body. When you get the top of your breath, slowly again, start to release the air back out through your nose. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Just like we've been doing through the nose. Inhale again. And explain where we're going at the top of this breath. So keep inhaling. When you get to the top of the breath this time, gently separate your lips, soften your jaw, and as slowly as you inhale, this time exhale out through the mouth. Very slowly, very controlled, and consciously. Inhale. Just like you did last time, gently separate the lips, soften the jaw, and exhale. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Deep and full. Keep expanding into the body. Experiment in your body where you can move the breath throughout the midline of the body. Gently release the mouth and exhale. Again, inhale. And this time when you get to the top of your breath, I want you to find a slight constriction in the back of your throat, like you're trying to hold the breath a little. Close the mouth if you haven't already. And this time just force the air back out through the nose. Again, nice and slow and controlled. And what you might hear is like this hollowing sound at the back of the throat. This breath is called your Ujjayi breath. It's a breath of energy, a breath of warmth. And 2 more times, just like that. Inhale. Find a slight constriction at the back of your throat. And exhale. Last time, just like that. Inhale. Slight constriction at the back of the throat. And exhale. Bottom of your breath, find your own breath. Breath that you can physically maintain for the rest of your practice. In and out through the nose. Match the length of your inhales with your exhales. Just allow the body to find space, find peace, find calming in the body. Just make it feel good. Lovely, team. When it feels good for you, gently blink the eyes open, bring the hands down beside you. Start with the right hand off to the right, and then with your breath, inhale. Sweep the left arm forward and across the body. Lift up into the chest. On the exhale, lower the left hand down beside you. We'll take this to the other side. Inhale. Reach the right arm across the body. Lift up into the chest. Exhale, release the right hand down beside you. And now find your own cadence. It might be a little faster than mine. Might be a little slower than mine. All I'm looking for here is a range of motion. Opening through the shoulders, opening through the chest, awakening through the spine, the hips, and it doesn't matter which variation of the seat you found. This is a beautiful shape to take in any variation of the pose. Again, just working your range of motion. Can you reach a little further forward out in front of you? Can you reach a little higher towards the ceiling as you lift your chest? Can you reach the body just a little further away from you as you reach towards the side? Really nice, team. Wherever you are, make your last movement with your right arm. Just opening up and balancing out through the body. Lovely, team. Then come back in the center. However you get there, roll over your knees and come onto all fours into tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Turn the fingers out slightly so that the index finger is facing forward at 12 o'clock. Spread your fingers evenly. And then shift forward as far in front of the wrist as you can. And then take a big circle here to the left. Awakening the wrists and the shoulders for 5, 4. Again, working your range of motion here for 3, 2, and 1. Really nice, team. Come back in the center. We'll take this to the other side. Shift forward as far forward in front of the wrist as you can. Then a big circle to the right, or the opposite way that you are working for 5, 4, explore any tension in the body for 3, 2, and 1. Really nice, team. Allow yourself to come back in the center. With your breath, inhale, cow pose. Lift your chest, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. Exhale, round through the upper spine, middle spine, and lower spine. Inhale brings you back into your neutral tabletop. We're going to add on here, stop at any stage along the way that feels good for you. With your breath, inhale, extend the right leg back behind you, catch the balance. If this feels good and strong, extend the left arm out in front of you, catch the balance. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your arm, lift your right leg a little higher. On the exhale, curl and round through the spine. Pull the elbow and the knee into the midline. Finding this activation into the core. Beautiful, team. Looking strong. Inhale, extend the left arm out in front of you. Right leg back behind you. You can hold it right here. Or if you'd like to add on with me, kick your right foot back behind you. Grab the top of your right foot with your left hand. Inhale, lift up into the chest and breathe. Now, if this is too much, you can come back to any little variation that we've taken along the way. Just make it feel good in your body. Keep breathing. Nice long inhales and exhales. Lovely, team. If you have the foot, try not to slingshot the foot. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, gently release the knee and the hand back down onto the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, cow pose. Lift the chest, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round through the upper spine, middle spine, and lower spine. Inhale, brings you back into your neutral tabletop, and we'll simply switch out sides. Extend the left leg back behind you. Reach the right arm forward out in front of you, if this feels comfortable. Inhale, lift everything a little higher, so you're engaging into the back line of your body. On the exhale, find this core engagement as you squeeze and round and pull everything nice and tight into the midline. Beautiful, team. Inhale, extend and reach. Maybe you hold it right here, or if you'd like to work with me, kick the left foot back behind you. Grab the top of your left foot with your right hand. Inhale, lift the chest up and kick back into the hand with your foot. Now, if this doesn't feel comfortable in the body, just find your little variation here that feels good, but also don't be frightened to challenge the body. That's how we continue to grow. Lovely, team. If you have the foot, gently release it. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, release everything down onto the mat. Beautiful. One more little cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest. Maybe you can lift the chest a little higher now that the body continues to warm. Exhale, cat pose. Round through the upper spine, middle spine, and lower spine. Maybe you can find just a little bit more activation into the core. Beautiful, team. Inhale brings you back into your neutral tabletop. Curl the toes under and activate into the core. Pull the belly button up into the spine. Right here is perfect. If you would like to add on, optional, hover the knees up off the mat just by an inch. And hold it strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. Wherever you are on the exhale, send your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Really nice, team. Inhale, come high onto the ball mount of your toes. Exhale, bend into your left knee and lower your right heel a little closer towards the mat. Inhale, come high on the ball mount of the toes. Exhale, bend into your right knee and lower the left heel a little closer towards the mat. Inhale, come high on the ball mount of the toes, and now pedal it out in your own cadence. That can be as fast or as slow as you like, just awakening through the back chain of your body. Maybe you like to incorporate another movement here, dropping the hips from side to side, nodding and shaking the head. I like to come to the top of one foot at a time, opening into the front of my ankle joint and the tops of my toes. Anything that feels good here for you. Nice, team. Once you feel like you've got all the movement you need out of the shape, settle into the pose. Nice strong hands, nice long arms. Send the hips nice and high. The heels don't have to come to the mat. In fact, you can take a nice bend into the knees and send the hips a little higher if that feels good. Beautiful, team. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, a little challenging move here. A little unusual. Walk your hands back towards your feet, towards the back of your mat. Lovely. Keep the feet separated, hips width distance apart. Bring your arms behind your legs and reach for opposite elbows. Now, if grabbing the elbows isn't accessible in the body, you might have to grab the forearms, the wrists, the fingers. All I want you to do is enjoy this lovely shape of letting the belly and the chest just snuggle down onto the thighs. Send your gaze back between your legs, so you're using the weight of your head to open through all the intervertebral discs, releasing tension from the neck, the upper spine, and shoulder area. If you need more here, you can start to straighten your legs and send the hips a little higher towards the ceiling. Just breathe and find space. Really nice, team. Release any bind you have. Bring your hands down out in front of you. Take a little bend into your knees if you haven't already. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands might come to the shins, the knees, or the thighs, finding a nice long spine here. On the exhale, fold just a little deeper. The feet are still separated. Ground down through your heels. Inhale, stand and reach. See your palms touch above you. On your exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. Lovely, team. We're going to add on here. Bend into your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Lift the chest up. Reach your arms nice and high. On your exhale, fold. Again, allow the belly and the chest to snuggle to the thighs and bring the hands down onto the mat. Working into a pose here called gorilla pose in English, or Padahastasana. Lift up the front of your feet. I'll show you just with my right hand. Slide the hands all the way in underneath your feet. So the tips of your fingers reach right up towards the heel. The tips of the toes are right up towards the hip crease. So bend your knees as much as you need to. Just let the hands come all the way in underneath your feet. Right here is perfect. If you would like to add on here, start to straighten the legs a little bit more and send the hips a little higher towards the ceiling. Again, completely optional. You can bring a little bit more body weight into the ball mount of your feet and massage out through the palms of your hands and the back of your wrists. Just make it feel good in your body. Lovely, team. Slide the hands out from underneath the feet. Keep the feet separated. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Find your version of your nice long spine. On your exhale, fold. Maybe you can lengthen the back of the legs just a little bit more. Inhale, Ujjayi, stand and reach. See the palms touch above you. On the exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. Beautiful. Bend the knees again. Inhale, chair pose. Sink the hips down. Lift the chest up. Reach the arms nice and high. We're going to awaken into the knee, the ankle, and the hip joints here to start to find some little buoyancy here in those joints. Working your range of motion here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. On an exhale, release your hands down towards the mat. This time, use your peace fingers, your index finger and your middle finger, and bring those around your big toe. So slide it in between the big toe and the toe next to it. Inhale, lift your chest a little higher. On the exhale again, snuggle your belly and your chest down toward your thighs. Release the head so the gaze sends back between your legs. If you need more, straighten your legs. If you need more, work your elbows closer towards the left and the right side of your room. Keep breathing. Really nice, team. Release any little grip that you have of your toes and start to walk your hands back towards the top of your mat into downward facing dog. Lovely. Adjust yourself here as you need to and then settle here into the pose. Inhale your right leg nice and high back behind you. On the exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, twist. Your right arm reaches nice and high. Then lift up and out of the chest. For some of us, we might have more of a 90-degree shape here in the legs. I want you to think of trying to bring this right heel further away from the knee. That'll deepen the stretch here. Now, this pose doesn't need to be static. So what I mean by that is if it feels nice to rock and roll forward and back and side to side and experiment opening into the hip flexors on your left side, the inner hips on your right side, then do it. Just make it feel good in your body. Breathe. Lovely, team. Take one more inhale wherever you are. On the exhale, lower your right hand back to the inside of your right foot and then straighten through your right leg. Now, the right leg might be straightened. That's perfectly fine. You might have a nice little bend here into the right knee. As long as you can feel the sensation of the stretch here through the underside of the right leg, again, what we're looking for is the sensation. I'm not worried about the aesthetics at all. And this is a slightly different variation of a half split because the foot is a little wider. Lift this right sit bone up and back a little. Pull back on this right hip and tuck the right hip into the midline. You might even start to feel the stretch in the outer hip. What you're feeling there is your IT band. Lovely, team. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, bend back into your right leg. And then step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Inhale, active squat. Sink your hips down, lift your chest up, and reach the arms nice and long out in front of you. Keep the core tight. Feel the legs working. They might even be shaking a little. That just means you're trying. You're doing great. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, straighten your legs, stand, and bring your thumbs to your chest. Squeeze your glutes nice and tight. Inhale, lift your fingertips high, lift your chest high, lift your gaze high. Exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest and sit back down into your hips. Inhale, bring your palms of your hands down onto your mat. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Step your right foot to the back of your mat into plank pose. Now, first little strength pose here of class, knowing that you can always come down onto your knees for a little extra support. I'm going to come down onto the knees so you can see where we're working. Here is perfect. If you would like to add on, shift forward so the shoulders come in front of the wrists. Bend your arms wherever you are and lower the whole body down onto the mat. Beautiful, team. When you get there, bring your fingertips off the left and the right side of your mat at shoulder height and tent into your fingers. Inhale, low cobra. Gently lift the chest up off the mat. Keep the hip pointers on the mat. Relax your glutes. Exhale, nice and slow and controlled. Lower the forehead back down onto the mat. We're going to do that 3 more times. Awakening the spine and the front chain of the body. Inhale, elevate the chest. Exhale, gently release the forehead back down onto the mat. Looking really great, team. Inhale, lift your heart space a little higher. Can you find just a little bit more space each time? Exhale, gently release the forehead to the mat. Looking really strong. Last one. Inhale, find your place of space. Exhale, gently Release the forehead to the mat. Slide your hands back onto the mat. The palms of the hands are beside your floating ribs. Inhale, lift the chest either into a baby cobra or lift all the way up into an upward facing dog. Squeeze the glutes nice and tight. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really, really nice team. Let's take this to the other side. Inhale, your left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, your left foot steps to the outside of your left hand. Lower the right knee down. Again, try to separate this heel and the right knee as far away from one another as you can. Inhale, twist. Drive through your right thumb. Lift up and out of your left chest and your left shoulder. Almost like you're trying to turn your heart towards the ceiling. And just like on the other side, maybe you prefer to find some movement here. Find some buoyancy into the hip area. Really finding this nice stretch into the hip flexors on your right side, the adductors and the hamstring attachments on your left side. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale, release the left hand back down onto your mat and lengthen through your left leg. You might need to adjust yourself here again. You might like to come onto your fingertips. You might like to bring your hands to your hips because that gives you a little bit more space. Those of you using props, you might like your hand on your props. Squeeze the front of this left shin tight. Squeeze the quadriceps, so the thigh muscles, the top of the thigh muscles, as tight as you can make them. That will deepen the sensation running through the underside of the leg. Inhale. Exhale, bend back into your left leg and step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Inhale, active squat, just like we did before. Sink the hips down, lift the chest up, reach the arms forward. Exhale, thumbs to your chest, stand, squeeze the glutes tight. Inhale, lift your fingertips high. Exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest and sit back down into the hips. Inhale, bring the palms of the hands down onto the mat. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Again, you can come to your knees here. The rest of this is optional. Shift forward. Bend the arms halfway. Chaturanga, squeeze the elbows tight. Inhale, upward facing dog or a little back bend of your choice. Cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, roll over your toes and send your hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Really beautiful team. We're going to flow that whole little warm up there with our breath. Again, don't get hooked up on the poses. Just enjoy the freedom of the movement. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, your right foot steps to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, twist. Lift up and out of the right side of your body. Exhale, lower the right hand down and just straighten through your right leg. Just your best effort. Inhale. Exhale, bend back into your right leg and step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Inhale, active squat. Sink the hips, lift the chest, reach the arms forward. Exhale, thumbs to the chest, squeeze the glutes and stand. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the fingertips, lift the gaze high. Exhale, thumbs to the chest, sit back down into your squat. Inhale, bring the palms of the hands down onto the mat. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. You can push straight into downward facing dog, or if you'd like to work with me, shift forward. Bend the arms halfway, chaturanga, toes or knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten the arms, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really lovely team. Inhale, your left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, the left foot steps to the outside of your left hand. The right knee lowers. Inhale, twist. Can you find just a little bit more space in the left side? Full exhale, brings the left hand back down onto the mat and lengthens through your left leg. Pull the left hip back into space. Then back into your left leg and then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Inhale, active squat. We should be feeling nice and strong in the hips and the core right now. Exhale, thumbs to your chest and stand. Inhale, lift the fingertips nice and high. Exhale, sit back down into your squat. Looking great, team. Inhale. Bring the palms of the hands down onto the mat. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of your mat, followed by the left. Maybe you're on the knees right now. Maybe you push the downward facing dog or shift forward, bend the arms halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, building the strength in the arms. As you straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely team. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, come high on the ball mount of your toes. Spread the knees wide. And just sit yourself back into child's pose. Take a little moment here for yourself. Enjoy and feel how open the body feels right now. We're just over the halfway point in the class. The lovely thing about the shape is it allows you to bring the forehead down onto the mat. So if it's not already there, allow the forehead to release to the mat. And gently rock and roll the forehead from side to side. Find a lovely little stimulation into the mind's eye. If you've lost the breath, come back to it. If your mind is wandering, allow yourself to come back to your breath and back to your intention. It's normal, it's natural for the mind to wander. We've just got to be its own little police and just bring it back to the present moment. Keep breathing. Lovely team. On your next full breath cycle, meet me back in downward facing dog. Lovely. We'll reset our breath. Take a nice deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. So good. Let's add on here. Inhale your right leg high. This time, bend your knee and open your hip. So you're opening through the hip flexors, lengthening through the arms, square your shoulders. Can you lift your right knee a little higher and point the right toes a little closer to the left side of your room? Straighten your left leg a little bit more to deepen the stretch through the back of your left leg. Inhale, come high under the ball mount of your left toes. On the exhale, pull your right knee to your chest and step your right foot to the top of the mat. Now, how you get it there is entirely up to you. Peel your left heel down. Find a nice heel to arch alignment. So the heel of your right foot to the arch of your back foot. Inhale, warrior two. Open yourself up to the right side of your room. Looking really, really good, team. Couple little things to check in with here. See that your right toes are facing directly forward at 12 o'clock and that your knee and your hip on the right side are tracking in the same direction. Push hard on the outside edge of your left foot. Squeeze the inner thighs nice and tight. Stack the shoulders over the hips and reach the arms like you're trying to touch the front of the room and the back of the room at the same time. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your right forearm to your thigh and sweep the left arm across your body. And lift up into the chest. Beautiful. We call this pose extended side angle or Parshvakonasana in Sanskrit. And this variation that I'm taking, I've got this lovely line of energy that runs all the way from my outer left ankle right through to the fingers in my left hand. If you have another little variation of side angle that you prefer, then please take it, pop right into it. This is always your practice. I know the right leg is feeling it a little bit right now. Keep the bend in the right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Your right arm reaches up and back. Straighten through this right arm. So you're finding all this space in the right side body. The deeper you bend to this right knee, the deeper the stretch. Work this left hand down the outside edge of your left leg. Looking great. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, this left hand, peel it down beside your right foot. Roll onto the ball mount of your left toes. Inhale, simple twist. Reach the right arm nice and high. Stay high on this right side of the body. Squeeze this left quadricep nice and tight so the left leg is nice and straight. Inhale. Exhale, release your right hand down onto the mat and step your right foot to the back of your mat. You can push back into downward facing dog or work with me. Shift forward, bend the arms halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's take this to the left side. Inhale, your left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open the hip, hold it here and breathe. See if you can push your chest just a little closer towards the right thigh. Point your left toes and see if you can work those left toes a little closer towards the right side of your room, finding all the strengthening and lengthening through the left side of your body. Inhale, come high onto the ball mount of your right toes. On your exhale, pull your left knee into your chest and step your left foot down beside your left thumb. How you got it there is perfect. Peel the right heel down. Let's find the strong base. Find this alignment between the arch of your left foot, heel of your left foot and the arch of your right. Inhale, Warrior Two. Opens you up to the right side of your room. Now, Warrior Two is one of those poses. It's like, I like to refer to it as the 20-minute Warrior Two, where you've got this little bend into your left knee and you've extended the arms and you feel like you could be here all day. Or you can make this left leg work and get deeper into the left leg, like you're trying to parallel the thigh bone to the mat, building strength into the body. Straighten the arms. Squeeze the muscles of your arms tighter towards the bones. Spread the fingers. The fingers are working and engaged. Inhale. Exhale, bring your left forearm to your thigh, sweep the right arm across the body, and open up the chest. And the reason I like to bring the arm down and across is it takes the impingement out of the shoulder if you take it the other way. Yet if you've got any other little modification of your side angle, take it. This left forearm on the thigh is just there as a little support. So you've still got engagement here in the side body, always working the core. Keep the bend in your left knee. Inhale, Reverse Warrior. Your left arm reaches up and back. Hold it here and breathe. Like you're trying to touch the top back corner of your room. Try to really lengthen through that left side of your body. Can you breathe deeper into the left lung? Inhale. Exhale. This right palm comes to the inside of your left foot. Roll onto the ball mount of your right foot. Inhale, lift your left arm and your left chest nice and high. Straighten the right leg, squeeze the quadriceps, squeeze the glutes a little tighter. Inhale. Exhale, release your left hand to the mat and meet me in downward facing dog. How you get there is up to you. If you'd like to work with me, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, find the back bend, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely thing. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. We're going to work that whole little sequence as a flow. Again, I don't want you to get hooked up on the poses. Just enjoy the freedom of the movement in your body. Inhale your right leg high. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Exhale. Step your right foot beside your right thumb. Peel your left heel down. Heel to arch alignment. Inhale, Warrior Two. Open yourself up to the left side. Exhale, extended side angle. Right forearm to the thigh. Sweep the left arm across your body. Flip your right palm. Inhale, Reverse Warrior. Right arm reaches up and back. Exhale, your left hand comes to the inside of your right foot. Roll to the ball mount of your left toes. Inhale, simple twist. Right arm reaches nice and high. Exhale, release your right hand down on the mat and meet me in downward facing dog. If you'd like to work with me, plank, toes or knees. I'll do this one from my knees, shift forward. Bend the arms, halfway, chaturanga. Come to the tops of the feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the chest a little higher. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts up and back. Bend your knee, open your hip. Can you create a little bit more space? Exhale. With control, the left foot steps down beside the left thumb at the top of your mat. Peel the right heel down. Inhale, Warrior Two. Open yourself up to the right side. Nice long arms. Exhale, your left forearm to the thigh. Sweep the right arm across the body. Inhale, Reverse Warrior. Your left arm reaches up and back. Exhale. Your right hand comes to the inside of your left foot. Roll to the ball mount of the right toes. Inhale, your left arm reaches up into space. Exhale, your left hand lowers to the mat. This is your last vinyasa of class. Take it how you need to. If you're working with me, plank, Bend the arms halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice, team. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, look forward. Lift your heels, bend your knees. On your exhale, step forward, walk forward, or maybe hop forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold just a little deeper. Inhale, stand and reach. See your palms touch above you. Exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. Really nice. You can just take a moment here for yourself. Find a soft gaze across your fingertips. Maybe you close the eyes. Push the thumbs into the chest so you can feel your beat of your heart. And take this moment to reconnect back to the breath if you've lost it. Lovely, team. Keep the eyes open, bring the arms down beside you. I'm just going to work into a little balance transition tonight and just see what it's like to stand on one foot today if you haven't already. We're going to start with our right foot onto the mat. I'm just turning and facing the camera so you can see me. Pick up the left foot, point through the left toes, and extend it out in front of you. Find an unmoving spot. And just see what it's like to stand on one leg today. Hold it nice and strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With control, lower the left foot down. Beautiful. Let's take this to the other side. Your left leg is the foundation. Extend your right foot out in front of you. Point through the toes. It doesn't need to be very high. Just see what it's like to feel instability in the body today. Building the strength in the muscles. You feel that little shaking from side to side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Beautiful. We're going to do one more balancing exercise. You can take what we've just done, or if you'd like to work with me, I'm going to work into a pose called Rashasana or tree pose. Your right foot is the foundation. Bring the sole of your left foot to your ankle, your calf, above or below the knee. You can use your left hand here to guide the foot into the part of the leg that feels good for you. You can use a wall here. You can use a chair here. Any little place of support. Thumbs might come to the chest, or maybe you like to grow your branches in your tree pose. Whatever variation you have, this left foot, push it firmly into the right leg. Do the same with the right leg back into the foot, and see if you can pull this left knee a little closer towards the back of the room, so you're getting this nice hip opening, inner hip opening. Wherever you are, hold it strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, nice and controlled. Pull the left knee into the midline, and then gently release the left foot back down onto the mat. Beautiful. If it feels good to shake out the legs, shake out the legs. Lovely. Let's take this to the other side. Your left foot is the foundation. Sole of the right foot comes to the ankle, the calf, again, above or below our knee, just to protect the knee joint. On the side, you might like to use your right hand to guide the right foot onto the particular part of the leg that you need. Without judgment, one side of the body will feel just a little bit steadier than the other. Any variation with the arms. The arms can be in a completely different space from where you took them last time. Just find your challenge. For those of you who are like, I can do this all day, Lloyd, great. Send your gaze high. Or maybe close the eyes. Come back to your other senses. Wherever you are, hold it strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, with control. Pull this right knee into the midline and gently release the right foot down. Nice, team. Shake out the legs if that feels good. I'm going to come to the top of the mat. Separate your feet, hips width distance apart. Bend into your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Lift the chest a little higher. Can you bend the knees a little further now that the body is very warm and very open? Hold it strong wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to bend deeper into the knees. Use your arms as a little counterweight. You can bring your hands to the mat at any stage, but keep bending the knees, keep bending the knees, keep bending the knees, and however you get there, come down, have a little seat on your mat. Yeah, lovely control, team, everybody. Beautiful. Reach the legs nice and long out in front of you. Give them a little shake. Take a bend to your knees. Reach your arms forward and nice and slowly just release the shoulders down onto the mat. I'm going to find 3 little 10-second holds here in a low boat pose. I'm going to give you lots of modifications here. Reach the arms nice and long above you. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, reach your arms forward. Lift your chest up. Lift the shoulders up. Right here is perfect. You need more. Hover the heels up off the mat and point through the toes. If you need a little support here, bring the forearms down on the mat, maybe the heels down on the mat. Just keep the core engaged. Hollow it out nice and strong for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Lovely, team. Inhale, reach the arms nice and long above you. On the exhale, reach the arms forward. Lift the shoulders up off the mat. Hollow out in the belly. Maybe you lift your feet as well. Just find your little variation. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Beautiful. Reach the arms long. Take a deep inhale. Prepare for our last little core strengthening exercise. Exhale, reach the arms forward. Lift the chest, lift the shoulders. Hollow out the belly. Maybe you can lift the feet this time if you haven't been doing it. To see what it's like, just get counting, Lloyd. I've got you. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, team. Just release everything down. Reach the arms long, reach the legs long. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. Pull your knees into your chest. Find some little knee circles here, releasing tension away from the lower spine. Then find a little rock and roll forward and back on your mat so that you can come and have a seat at the top of your mat. Beautiful. When you get there, extend both legs long out in front of you. Pick up this right leg, pick up the right foot and bring it over your left thigh. Now, if this is comfortable and easy in the body, you can bend your left knee here and tuck the left heel beside your outer right hip. Wherever you are, bring your right hand behind your back. Inhale, lift the left arm nice and high. On the exhale, twist. You might like to bring the crook of your elbow to your right knee. If you have more space, you might like to bring the elbow all the way over the knee. If you have a half or a full bind, pop right into it. I'm not teaching that tonight. Just find this little twist here. Use the right hand here to support the spine. Keep the spine long. A couple of different things in the shape. We tend to either lean back or we hunch over here. Try and elevate out of the chest. Hug this right knee in towards the chest. Soften your right butt cheek a little closer towards the mat. And if you have the access in the body, send your gaze over your right shoulder, just to work through the full axis of the spine. Keep working full inhales, full exhales. Always inhaling for space and exhaling to move into the space. Lovely, team. Inhale brings you back in the center. We're going to work into Sukhasana here, so a little crisscross of our legs. I'll face the camera here. Start with your right shin in front of your left shin. And find a little box shape here between the feet, the knees, and the shoulders. So hug the knees a little tighter. Inhale, find a long spine. On your exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. For my friends who are a little tighter here, the hands might come down beside you. Maybe the hands come out in front of you. Maybe the forearms come down in front of you. Maybe the forehead comes down onto the mat. All depending on where your flexibility is at. Finding this lovely stretch into the outer right hip. For those of you who are super flexible in the hips and you need more, start to walk your hands off to the left side of your mat. And that will deepen the outer hip stretch on your right side. Working nice and deep into the IT band, TFL, glute medius. The parts of the body that can get really tight really easily. Keep breathing. Nice team. Inhale brings you back up in the center, wherever you are. Extend both legs out in front of you. Give them a nice little shake. And we'll simply take this to the other side. Pick up your left leg, pick up your left foot, bring it over the right thigh. Right here is perfect, especially if you're a little tighter in the hamstrings and the hips. Or you can kick this right foot back beside your outer left hip. Bring your left hand behind your back. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Think of the long, long spine. On the exhale, twist. Find your variation here. Think of hugging everything back into the midline. So the left knee into the midline. The spine is nice and long, like it's on an axis. Keep using your full inhales and exhales. And the lovely thing about a twist, as much as you feel the stretch here through the outer hip, lengthening through the spine, what we're really working here is a beautiful detoxing of the internal organs. So each time you exhale, think of pulling the core just a little tighter. What that does is it massages through the internal organs, detoxing through that part of the body. Breathe. Nice team. Inhale brings you back in the center. What we're working to is our Sukhasana here. So the left shin comes in front of your right shin. Flex at the ankles. Inhale, elevate through the chest and through the spine. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. And this side will feel different. For some of us, we're a little bit more open. For some of us, we're a little tighter. So just find your space and fold into it. Breathe. Again, we're not looking for it to look the same on each side. We're looking for it to feel the same on each side. Those of you who need more, start to walk your hands off to the right side of your mat. Keep pulling back on your left hip. Inhale brings you back up in the center. Beautiful. Release the legs nice and long out in front of you. Give them a little shake. Take a bend into your knees. Reach the arms forward. Nice and slowly with your strong and active core, roll yourself down onto your back. Beautiful. When you get there, pull the knees into the chest. And the last little pose we're working into here tonight is called Ananda Balasana, or Happy Baby Pose. Step the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Bring your elbows to the inside of your knees, forearms to the front of your shins, and reach for the outside edges of your feet. Some people prefer the inside edges, the ankles, the shins, the hamstrings. All are equally perfect. Just make it feel good in your body. And I want you to be intuitive here. If it feels nice to rock and roll side to side, rock and roll side to side. Maybe you start to straighten through one or both legs. You're plenty open to work into a straddle. Maybe you prefer a place of stillness. Just gently pulling the knees a little closer to the outside edges of your rib cage, deepening the inner hip and hamstring stretch. Most importantly, keep breathing. Nice team. Wherever you are, release any little grip you have. Come back in the center. I invite you to take any last pose that your body might be calling for. Once you've found that last shape, curl up into a little ball and make the ball as tight as you can. Knees and chin to the chest, the forehead to the knees. Inhale. Tense as many muscles in the body as you absolutely can. On your exhale, release everything. Shavasana. Send the heels to the top corners of your mat. Let your feet splay wide. Tuck your shoulder blades in underneath your chest to elevate your heart space. And find complete surrender here by releasing your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Just let go. Start to make your next breath a little bit more conscious and aware. Find some movement to your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Bend your knees, plant the soles of the feet onto the mat, and connect your hands to your body. Finding this beautiful connection to self, to love, to purpose. Using your right arm as a pillow, gently roll to your right side. And in your own time, come to have an easy seat at the top of your mat, keeping your eyes closed, connecting your palms to your heart, bowing your chin to your chest, acknowledging your practice, this beautiful community, your place of giving, your intention. Keeping your eyes closed, raise your hand, inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Take your thumbs to your third eye center, your place of enlightenment and seat of intuition. Lokasamasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With love, with gratitude. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody, for letting me share my practice with you. Wherever you are right now, please stay safe, please stay well. A special thank you to Jamie and all the team at the Conservancy who made all of this possible for us. Stay safe, stay well, peace, and I look forward to seeing everybody again soon. Thank you as always, team. Enjoy the rest of your evening.